Hello Aquarius, and welcome to my spiritual oasis, here where your souls come to find inner wisdom and peace. We're doing an almost personal money path healing oasis message for you today. So your areas of life reading looked all good. Everything on the outside is shiny and it looks good, but you're defining success and happiness. A bit disturbing. So make sure to check out the full areas of life reading to get a full message, but shortened message is you're defining your happiness by the Nine of Swords, which tells me that your happiness is being blocked by fear, potentially even having like nightmares and trouble sleeping, a lot of mental anguish, mental imprisonment, which is actually blocking your happiness. And you're defining success by the Eight of Cups. So everything looked great on the outside. You have Ten of Cups, you have Ten of Pentacles showing up, you have the Empress energy. I mean, lots of really powerful, intense energy that should be showing us that things are great. Yet, we're walking away from something. So today, in our money path reading, I am going to cast some charms for you to look at the future, to look where we're headed. But behind us is this Nine of Swords, and I do feel like we need to spend a little bit of time here looking at the quality of this Nine of Swords. What's going on? Why are we in our mind space in this way? Was this fear, doubt, tumultuous mental energy coming from? What is blocking us or keeping us, or what might block us or keep us from walking away? And then, of course, we're going to be looking at future state towards the end of our video today. So, as I shuffle out guiding energy, and before we get into our message, I would love to invite you to join the Kindred family by subscribing to the YouTube channel if you're not already connected. Drop a comment down below if something resonates. Of course, as you see fit, click like on the video. Supports my channel. I appreciate the support, of course. Also lets me know that you like these types of readings, and I'll do more of the like in the future. If you're interested in your own personal reading, you can connect me on Etsy. Link is in the description. I curate all kinds of content on my Etsy shop. Not only personal readings, but book of shadow sheets, worksheets for specific topics. I'm always adding and curating new content for my Etsy shop in order to assist you on your spiritual journey, path, and purpose. So check that out if you're feeling moved to do it. Again, it changes. Frequently I add stuff to it, so check it out if it's been a minute. All right, so let's look at the quality of this Nine of Swords energy. Hierophant. This is what I got. So for some of you, it might be a marriage. For some of you, it might be an official position. So you are official, or it could be like a recent promotion. Your pursuits section of your areas of life reading that this is based off of, there was a Seven of Wands energy, which tells me that there was some success. Seven of Wands is saying you're defending that success in some way. Could be just internally, and it could be external energies coming for you, or you feeling like someone's going to come for you in this new position. And come for you meaning like test your authority, if you will. Being an authority figure, being someone that people look up to, could be distressing. Their woes, their challenges, the challenge of management could be something also that's weighing on you. There is a weight, an official weight, Ten of Wands as your undercurrent. You are definitely carrying a lot. Depending on when you're watching this, kind of what's happening, at least in the US, is the great, resignation. So you could have had a lot of people leave the company, and therefore responsibilities that weren't yours in the past are now yours. You could also be forced into some sort of leadership position again because of that, because you're the one you're the one left holding the torch, if you will. I'm getting the message that for some of you this is primarily just mental. You not feeling ready, in quotation marks, even if you have the skill set to do it, you feeling like you're not ready, or you were thrust into this position instead of you being able to kind of decide on your own, if that makes any sense. Like, instead of pursuing a promotion, you were kind of thrust into it for various different reasons. What else? Show me the quality of this Nine of Swords. What are we fearful or distressed about here? Conflict. Five of Wands. This, you could also be, whatever you're doing in your pursuit section could also be in conflict with what you're actually passionate about, is the message that I'm also getting here too. So not only is it in conflict with what you're passionate about, but you're being forced into a leadership position as well, or an authority figure, an authority position. That's what I'm feeling. Five energies of both of them. I feel like it's stunting or hindering your freedom, and potentially that could be what's making it difficult to walk away, because you feel like, oh, now I'm in this authority position, people are leaning on me, I can't just leave, I can't just walk away. But that's in conflict, because if you're leaving, if you're moving on, it means it's time, and or your vision lies somewhere else, your path, your passion lives somewhere else. So let's see what is blocking. Let's see what's blocking the Eight of Cups. Ten of Wands, which we saw bottom of the deck energy when we shuffled out the Hierophant. Yeah, so responsibility for others is what I'm getting. Could hinder, keep you from walking away, which is, I saw that. I definitely saw that. Keeps you up at night, difficulty sleeping. How do we overcome this Ten of Wands so that we can move forward? How do we overcome this? How do we overcome the Ten of Wands? How do we overcome the Ten of Wands? How do we overcome the Ten of Wands? I knew the Empress was going to show up. Now, the Empress, in your Aries of Life reading, again, this message is incredibly tied to your Aries of Life. Sometimes these can be kind of independent. This is incredibly tied to your Aries of Life reading. If you haven't watched it, please do. It's going to probably bring some things together for you. To overcome this burden of responsibility, Empress energy. The Empress, in your Aries of Life reading, showed up in your love space. In order to not feel guilty about moving on, if that is what is necessary, following your own heart. You're not walking away from these people because you want to leave them stranded. You're walking away from it because it's not in alignment with your heart. It's not in alignment with your path and purpose. It is not what is going to make you, it is not going to be what invokes your ability to produce. You produce in the things, places, and spaces, and people, etc., that you love. The love zone, the love space in your areas of life reading is Venus, Mars energy. It's water, fire energy. It's what we are passionate about, what we're connected to on a soul level, an emotional level as well. And we're willing to put energy behind that. We're willing to put our passions behind that. There's going to be a lot of work. Our Empress is not afraid of work. I know she's sitting pretty. But she's extraordinarily productive, as she is a culmination of all of the queens in tarot. And all of the queens are nurturers and nourishers. They are doers of their perspective suit. And she is the Empress over them. She has all of their energy. So she is a nurturer and nourisher over the entire vision. So she working. Making it look good. She making it look easy. That's how you know she good. Love. What is your heart's calling? What do you love? What do you want to put your energy into? That's how you overcome that burden. You shouldn't stay in something that isn't connected to your purpose. It will drain you, will suck all the life out of you. When you are moving in the light of your truth, there might be some, there might be some Ten of Wands energy, as in there's a lot, right? There's a lot of work to do. It takes a lot of passion and purpose and stoking of this fire as you're moving forward. But it is not heavy because it is yours. You are happy to carry the load. Here, it is a burden. You're constantly in conflict with what you want and what you feel like you should be or you have to be for everyone else around you. It's not easy to walk away from something that seems okay, or that is okay, but it's not great. It's not yours. It's just okay. It's not even good. If you look at the Eight of Cups, these cups are perfectly upright. They're stacked. They're organized. But there's something missing. Something missing. And that is your passion toward it. That is your desire for it. And so you have to walk away. You have to. What is it called? What is that term? It's like the investment fallacy or something. I could be making this up, but I feel like this is a real thing. When we feel like we've invested in something to a certain point, we just continue to invest in it instead of taking the loss. My thought on that is this: that sometimes we do things. You could have, of course, started out passionate about whatever this is. Some of you may have. But some experiences are meant for us to learn that they're not for us. This is not what I want to do, especially when we are on a path to discover what we want to do or what we should be doing with our lives. It is just as important to discover what we should not be doing with our lives, so that we can walk away from it. It could be perfectly fine. It's nothing against that thing per se. It's just not our thing. It's just not for us. That's okay. Yes, you put in work. You put in effort to line these all up and to stack them on top of each other very nicely. But this isn't for me. And instead of continuing to invest in this, I'm going to have to move on. Because I know that this is not mine. This isn't for me. And that truth and that acceptance is just as important. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to do some charm casting here. I'm going to attempts to relocate these cards so that you can still see them. I knew the Empress was going to show up again. I just knew she was going to show up. All right. So, charms. And this is, I created this, but this is the my money path charm casting mat made for my spinny wheel. All right, so if we look around our focus zone in here, very interesting. The eye of the tiger just came to mind here. We have a tiger inside of the brow chakra charm. So the eye of the tiger came to me just now. We have the Seven of Wands, which again, the Seven of Wands was in your pursuit section of your Areas of Life reading. Like I said earlier, it would behoove you, if you haven't already, to take a look at the Areas of Life reading, because there are a lot of connections back to that reading. So I feel like it's reiterating that this message is very much so to, if the Areas of Life resonated with you, this is you, for you. This message also is for you. We have the umbrella really close to our focus space too. And honestly, so the umbrella represents like preparation for difficult times. You carry your umbrella with you in case it rains, just in case it rains. Even if there's no rain on the forecast, you have your umbrella. You have one in the car, you have one in your house, you have one in your purse, you have one wherever, right? You just carry them around with you. They're preparation for difficulty, for the storm. Now, in this particular situation, I feel like there's been too much of a focus on what could go wrong. And I feel like that is why we are so mentally clogged and stressed and tight mentally, is because fear is blocking our happiness. Always wondering if this goes wrong, what if this doesn't work, what if. We can't live life by what ifs. We can only live life by what is, what was, and what will be. That's it. So have your umbrella, be prepared, but don't overdo it. Don't spend too much time on it. You have your umbrella, check it off the list, and keep moving. Keep moving. Forward momentum. We have you represented in the partnership zone here. So there definitely could be an emphasis on partnerships as you're talking about your career pursuits, moving forward, moving on. You know, for those of you who may be contemplating a new position or a new job or even starting a business, things like that, connecting with partners, using your networks. You're a very sociable individual. You know a lot of people. You have a lot of connections. So tap into that to help you. And then we have let's see. All right, so we have in the social currency section, we have our cross. Cross represents sacrifice to me, and I feel like it's also tying into our Hierophant energy as well. Use your authority. If you're in a powerful position, use that to help you. We also have our spider energy. Our spiders talk about dream weaving. which dreaming might have been difficult for you, especially if you've been unable to sleep or having issues staying asleep. Mental rest, that Four of Swords energy, mental rest will assist in that process. Get a good workout in. Eat well if you're not already. Focus on what you're consuming, so that you can get a good night's sleep. That's the whole intent and purpose of this. And again, that spider energy works in the dream space, dream weaving, dreaming your life into being, dreaming the life you desire and wish into being. We have the heart and wealth. We also have this toy doll, social life. So there's a very good chance that you could be connecting with a childhood sweetheart or just childhood friends, people that you knew from your past. And your love, a love, could also be connected to your wealth space. Your areas of life reading, I want to say you have the Ten of Pentacles in wealth, the Ten of Cups in partnerships. So for those of you who are in connections already with a brilliant person, they could definitely be someone you could lean on. So the Hierophant in that particular position could actually be a positive, someone that you lean on, that you consult with, talk through the problems with that partner as well, and use them as a sounding board to help you work through some of these things. I mentioned the Eye of the Tiger. I don't know if I explained it, but it's in the partnerships. It's in mergers, business and partnerships. Keen focus on anyone you're considering collaborating with and using your intuition to help vet. So you're not just using credentials, resumes. You're also using your own emotional and spiritual intellect to gather data to make decisions on any sort of merger or partnership or collaboration that you're considering. Collaborations could definitely assist you with defending your position with the Seven of Wands energy. Again, it showed up in your pursuit section of your areas of life, and tapping into a collaboration, collaborating with someone or someones. That Seven of Wands could have in the past or could in the future assist with your compensation as well. So if you've been given more responsibility, make sure that your pay has also increased as well. Talk to the powers that be to make sure that you're being compensated properly for any sort of additional work or responsibility that you've been taking on. Yeah. So these are the messages that I have channeled for you, Aquarius. A beautiful journey for you in this money path space. I hope these messages were helpful. Something resonated. Do drop a comment down below. Click like, subscribe if we're not already connected. I'll see you in an upcoming message.